many of you have been told in your life by your parents that your shirt is too wrinkly and you shouldn't be wearing it and it needed to be ironed? Well, in my case, my mom has quit ironing my clothes for me since I've been in high school, but yes, she continues to tell me that I shouldn't wear certain things because it is too wrinkly and I needed to iron it. So I've had to learn how to do it by myself. The key to making a good first impression is by having nice, neat, and clean ironed clothes. And I'm here to teach you just how to do that. This is the small steps to ironing your shirt, but also the small steps to success. And to begin this process, you're only going to need a few things: your iron, your item of clothing, and your ironing board. Now to begin, you're going to plug in your iron and you're going to turn it on. And usually your iron will already have its own temperature adjusted to it, but in case it doesn't, you're going to set it to a certain temperature depending on the material. So for this shirt, I'll set it to 275 degrees, but the average is usually around 350. So to begin, I'm going to lay the shirt on its front and I'm going to go through and I'm just going to smooth out all the wrinkles across the back. And then you can adjust it just a little bit across the ironing board to get all the wrinkles out on the sides of the back. Once you've finished the back of it, you're going to move to the sleeve, and you can put your hand up the sleeve and make sure that you have it all evened out across the seam, and you can straighten out the cuff because you're going to want to make sure to iron the cuff too. So you're going to go through and iron out the wrinkles on the sleeve and the cuff, and then flip it over and do the same side. But make sure to be careful and not re-wrinkle the shirt, which I'm not doing a very good job of. But go through and then do the other side of the sleeve. Once you finish both sleeves, then you're going to go around and you're going to do the front of the shirt. And this is the most important part because this is the part that most people will see. So you'll go through and you'll iron it just again like you have before. And you're going to use the point of the iron to really get in between all of the buttons and then the small creases. After that, you're going to go and do the yoke of the shirt, which most people don't know what that is, but it's this part of the front of the shoulder and the back of the shoulder that connects at the seam at the top. So you can usually take the edge of your ironing board and set it right there and put it through the shoulder so you can really get a good space to iron it out. And once you finish that, I like to save the collar for last, and you can go through and iron the front and the back of the collar. And a lot of people will like to add starch to their shirts and their collars to make them look just a little bit more stiff and nice, but in this case, we won't really need to. So now that we have finished ironing, we'll go ahead and pick the shirt up. And I dropped my hanger, but that's okay. And you can pick it up and look and check for any more wrinkles. And if you don't see any, then you go ahead and you'll be done. So now that we have finished this process, we're going to go ahead and clean up. And you can turn off your iron and make sure you unplug it just to prevent from any fires because that could be very dangerous. And this is the end to a small process, but the beginning to an even bigger one, your journey to wrinkle-free success. And I hope that you all have learned just a little bit more about ironing and you all get the chance to dress for success and use this new learned skill that I have just ironed out for you. Thank you.